Hello and welcome to Spirit Forest. I am celebrating my 5-year anniversary of being on YouTube. So today was the first time I posted a video on YouTube for Spirit Forest 5 years ago. Every year what I do is I talk about all the subscribers that I have, because I never share the number, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you my ideas for the future of me on YouTube. I want to show you my gear. We're going to start off with that as well. So every year I do this. I just kind of sit with you. We can just kind of talk about the channel, a little bit more behind the scenes kind of stuff. So I hope you'd like to join. I'm going to start this video out just showing all the camera gear that I have. And I'll try to make it kind of fast because some people have asked. I actually do get asked a lot, is what camera gear do I use on my videos? And I want to go over that with you, and then we'll go into all the stats and everything about this last year and talk a little bit about how I see the future with me on YouTube. If you want to just see those stats and a little bit more of a chat, go ahead and fast forward to this timestamp and you'll be able to see that, and you'll skip all the camera gear stuff. 5 years on YouTube, I learned a ton of what to do. And that is everything from where I store my files, what software I use, what cameras I use, what lights I use, what batteries, how do I charge my batteries. I have learned so much. Now, if you haven't watched my channel before, I am an outdoorsy type person. Most of my videos are filmed outdoors in a pretty remote spot where I have no power available. I do have battery banks that I charge with my solar panels, but the majority of the time, I am out there and I have to bring my power to my property. So when I first started out on YouTube, I used my EOS Canon camera. It's an EOS 60D. Now it's a little dated. I know that. This is a little dated. Now I'm a Canon fan. I know that some people like different kinds of brands. That's just the brand that I started with. That's the ones that I have multiple lenses for. I have a micro lens. I got other lenses that do distance and close-ups and all this kind of stuff. So I have all these lenses. I am not going to change from a Canon, but I really enjoy the camera. As I was filming on my first season, when I was building that deck, I ended up hitting a board and the camera and the tripod went flying. And I remember being like, oh my goodness. Ever since then, my camera does not autofocus. So, and I just can't justify spending the money to go and get it fixed or possibly get a new camera. But I ended up using a different camera. I started using my like a snapshot type camera, which is the one I'm filming on right now. That is a camera that I could just stick in my pocket. I can point and shoot and it automatically focuses sometimes. But I really like those kind of cameras because most of the time, I don't know, it's just easy, you know. I know that I can make it a little bit more cinematic on my videos if I use better cameras, but I feel that my channel has changed a little bit more to a vlog, so it's a little bit more of discussions, and these type of cameras work really well for me. And I add a little bit of B-roll, which is, B-roll is kind of where I kind of show the trees and maybe I do a drone footage and stuff like that. So my point and shoot cameras are the cameras that I use about 95% of the time. The camera that I'm currently using is called a Canon Mark III. I really like this camera because I can plug in my external mic to this camera. It also has a flip screen so I can see whether or not I am in the shot or not. Also, I really like, and you don't think about this sometimes when you buy some of those more expensive cameras, a lot of them, the screens flip to the side. And so let me give you an example of what that looks like. So take a look at my eyes, and so right now I'm talking to you, but I'm looking at my screen. Now on those bigger cameras that flip to the side, my eyes automatically do this, and you feel like I'm not talking to you. So if you have one of those bigger cameras and it's nice and it's flipped to the side, make sure you turn your eyes into the camera, because that's what I like to do. I like to talk to you. Okay, part of my gear is batteries. Now, again, like I mentioned, I don't have any power currently at my property. Hopefully I will soon. And I won't have any power when I'm backpacking. So I have to bring my own power. Most of the time what I do is I just charge a bunch of batteries before I leave. And so I just want to show you what I use to charge my batteries. Now my batteries are really small, which is another reason why I really like this camera. They're really small, and a lot of times I lose them because they're so small. They cost about $40 each, and I have 7 of these. And I lost 2 of them. They're in some pocket somewhere. Anyways, and then I can plug it into an external battery. I can plug it into my car and I can charge it. I have multiple ways in which I can charge my batteries. Let's talk a little bit about microphones. Now, when I'm using my fancy camera, my Canon EOS 6D, I use this type of microphone. I think it's a Takstar is what it's called. I saw a review on it on YouTube. I think it works fine. When it was windy outside, that was the only camera that I could use in my seasons 1 through 3. Now in season 4, that's when I purchased my new Canon Mark III camera, and then I was able to plug in a different microphone. I was able to purchase a Rode microphone. Now these are a bit expensive, I would say, but completely worth it. It has saved me so much. Even on windy days, you could still hear me. Now again, I'm outside the majority of the time that I'm filming. These are perfect. I love it when I'm showing you my cabin and I'm walking around and I can turn my head and turn my body away from the camera and you can still hear me. I just love that. It's still, every time I use this microphone, it just makes me really happy. So I'm very happy with this microphone. I feel it's really easy to charge as well, and it's pretty portable. Oh, my drone. I love my drone. I love my drone. I don't fly it enough. I really don't, but I love my drone. Let's take a look at my drone. So my drone is a DJI drone. I actually purchased this from my sister. They got it for free at one of their job. I don't know, I think they won it or something like that at their job. And she's like, I don't really use it. And I said, I'll buy it. So I bought it from her. I love it. It's a little bit light in the wind, so if it's windy, I really can't take it up, but it flies for about 5 to 7 minutes and you can get some really good footage of mountains and trails and my cabin and so forth. Now, I don't use this drone as much as you would think I would use it, and the reason why is, well, I think I'm just a little nervous to use it. And the reason, I'm trying to think of the best way to say this. I don't want to interrupt anybody who's hiking. If you're hiking and you see a drone up in the air, that kind of ruins your experience. So I don't want to do that to other people. So if I put my drone up and you see me hiking, that means I know for sure there's nobody around me. And really, I say for sure, but I never really, people can be right next to you. I've used this at my property and neighbors have messaged me to ask me if I was using my drone that day. People like to be a little bit more, private, and they don't want to be filmed in their front yard. Now, I don't film them. I only point it at my cabin, so they don't have to worry about that, but I don't fly it as much as you would think I would. Now, if I'm in a really remote spot where I know nobody else is around, you're gonna see some really cool drone footage. My drone also has batteries that need to be charged. Now, again, I can only get about 5 minutes of actual footage from each battery, and they're pretty heavy and they're pretty large, and that could be another reason why I don't take it out as much as I'd like to. I hope in the future that I'll be able to do that a little bit more for you so you can see some amazing sights of my beautiful state here in Colorado. Ooh, okay, so this has been something that has been really tough for me as I have been shooting footage for 5 years, is where am I going to store this stuff? Where am I going to store all of these videos? Let me give you an idea of how many, let me grab them, how many SD cards I have. And this isn't all of them. Like, look at how many SD cards I have. Most of these are a 64 gigabyte memory cards, and guess what? All of these are full. Yes, they are full. I have used them multiple times. There are some that are in here that are just so worn out that I'm like scared to use it, that it might end up breaking while I'm out there. I go through so much memory. So it turns out that I use about 2 terabytes a year on just video footage. So I do have a problem. I'm a bit of a hoarder when it comes to images and videos. I have a very hard time deleting them if I'm not going to use them. Yeah. I am like really clean on most of everything else in my life, but when it comes to photos and videos and so forth, I get really scared and I just don't want to delete anything. So I have kept every video, every blooper, everything that I've ever made on YouTube is stored somewhere. So my first, now learn from me here. If you're looking to do a YouTube channel, learn from me here. I originally started at storing all of my videos on Dropbox. Dropbox.com, you can look it up if you want to. It's a way to store files. And then what it does, it puts it on your computer and then it puts it into a cloud and you store it in a cloud. And I'm like, oh, this is really cool. It's like $200 a year, you know what I mean? But I'm like, I got it all secure. It's all backed up in this cloud. That's awesome. I love it. Well, my first year, I went through a terabyte. I try to up my, my usage for Dropbox. They wouldn't do it. I went to another provider and moved all my files to another provider. And then I created a whole new account on Dropbox so I can do another terabyte. So that was my first year, was moving files around, everything up in the cloud, saving all of my Spirit Forest videos because I have problems with the word delete. You know, I just, delete. So I realized that this wasn't going to make any sense. I was starting to spend $400 a year on just storing videos that have already been posted on YouTube that I will probably never really go back through it. I really don't. I'm not the type of person that does a lot of, look what I used to do. You know, I actually go on YouTube and record my screen. That's how lazy I am. So then I went out and I got some external storage because I was like, well, this is going to be a lot cheaper. Now I don't remember exactly the price of this one. This was my second year, about mid-year, second year on YouTube. I bought this, which I think was about a terabyte of storage, or maybe 2. So that lasted for a bit. But I wasn't able to put everything that was already in the cloud onto this. Now, the thing is, I don't have anything backed up on a cloud. Right now, if I lose this, I lose all my videos for season 2. And that scares me. But it's like I couldn't justify every year spending another $200 to keep it. I would be at like, well, 5 times 200, I paid almost $1,000 a year just storing video files. I'm not going to do it. So then I bought one of these, and this was recommended by a channel that I watch. This is a hard drive, external hard drive. It has a little protector on it too, because sometimes I'll edit my videos at Spirit Forest, which means I'm kind of rugged and things kind of fall and all that kind of stuff. And I really like these, and so I have, this was 1 year, this is 2020, oh, it was this year, or last year, that was last year's, and now I have 2021, where I store my files on. Now I have nothing at all on my computer. There isn't one file for Spirit Forest that is sitting on my computer. Everything is either in an external hard drive or the cloud somewhere. So let's talk computers. I have a Mac and I use Premiere Pro to edit my videos. Now, some of my Patreons know I'm having a little problems with editing videos and they're not becoming as great as I want them to be, but I am getting today, the day that this video is posting, I am getting my computer worked on and hopefully we'll get it fixed. So it is going into the shop for a couple days, and hopefully when I get it back, everything was going to be good and you guys will be able to get better videos going forward. So I use, again, Premiere Pro. Premiere Pro for me is, it's an Adobe product. I'm very familiar with Adobe products. I really like it. I think I've only touched about 5% of what Premiere Pro can really do. But I have only given myself about 30 minutes to be able to work on a video. Some of you don't realize that I do have a full-time job. I work from 7:30 till about 5 to 5:30 Monday through Friday, and I only have so much time, and I have kid projects and kid activities, and I have a lot of extra activities that I do that I don't have a lot of time to focus just on my videos, which I really would like to in the future. You guys, I have so much camera gear. I can't really show all of it for you because it's going to be a long video if I do that. So I'm going to show you one last thing. Because maybe you want to know, but it is a huge part, and I'm holding it right now. It's a huge part of what I use when I'm backpacking and filming is a selfie stick. Now this is like the cheapest selfie stick you could possibly buy is this one, and this is the one that I like the most. And yes, it has duct tape on the end of it. It just makes the camera stick on it a little bit more. I do have some other ones like this, but I feel these are just really big, like my hand really doesn't really even go around it. It's not very comfortable. This I can actually stick in my pocket. Everything's ideal. Everything's all about weight and size for me. I'm about getting stuff that's really small and easy. That's what I'm about. And you know, the longer I do videos, the more I want that. So that is the last piece of gear that I'm going to show you. If there's something else that you want to know about, please let me know. Put a comment below, and I will answer your question in the comment. So let's talk a little bit about my subscribers and my ups and downs and so forth. Now, I don't show my subscriber count, and I do get asked that a lot, so I am going to answer why I don't show my subscriber count on my channel. I feel that a lot of channels are judged based on subscriber count, and I don't necessarily like that. I just want to be someone that posts videos and shares my journey. And you know, if I don't know how to explain it. I don't want to see the number every day, because what happens is that whenever I log into YouTube, I constantly see that number go up and down. And then in my head, I'm like, did I say something wrong? Did I do something wrong? And I start overanalyzing. And in a lot of cases, it can demotivate you when you do that. So I kind of more hide it for myself, and I don't feel like being judged. I am a smaller channel. In this last year was really hard for Spirit Forest in regards to my increase in subscriber count. I think that there's a lot of reasons why it didn't really go up that much, and I'll explain it as we go. But it's also one of those things where it's like, I'm so happy that I am blessed to have a full-time job, and that this is not my full-time job. YouTube is not my full-time job. It is something that I do as a hobby, and I have made wonderful friends on YouTube, and I have made awesome connections, and I've learned from you. And that's really what I want YouTube to be for me. I don't want it to be a job. I don't want it to be something where I'm constantly analyzing and being like, well, maybe I should post this video because I'll get more views, or maybe I should say this because I'll get more views. I mean, there's times where it's like, it's kind of fun to see if that would happen or not. But for the most part, I know who I'm talking to on my videos. You know, I know you guys by name. I know like your comments. I know the people that comment all the time. I don't always respond to the comments, but trust me, I read them, and it's really important to me. Like, there's certain people that, like, if they don't comment in a video, I'm like, I wonder if they're okay. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I end up knowing you through the comments. And my Patreons are just wonderful people as well, and they really support my channel and what I'm doing, and kind of help me through this, as sometimes I'm deciding what it is I should post or what it is I should film, and sometimes I'll give them pictures of my my little thumbnails and be like, which one do you like better? You know what I mean? Because I'm like, I don't know. I want it to be fun, you know? I want it to be fun for me. I want it to be fun for the users, you know, and I don't want to get so much into all the statistics of it, because honestly, that's my job. That's what I do pretty much. I'm like a web designer, and that's what I do on a daily basis. As I look at statistics, I look at what people are doing and how they're going through stuff, and it just like, I don't want this to be a job. So I use YouTube as a platform to just communicate my journey. And this year I am down 61% compared to years before. And I'm okay with that. I mean, there's a part of me that, and again, I'll talk about why I think I'm down 61%. And it's okay. I only gained about 3,400 subscribers this year. And, you know, usually for a channel like mine, you would see a lot more of that. I think that a lot of my topics this last year are not what people want to see. I think I had a lot of people unsubscribe more this year than they did the year before, based on the videos that I'm doing. And we're going to talk a little bit about that too. But you know, I'm still happy. I'm in the positive, you know what I mean? I should be very happy. There's many channels out there that have been out there for more than 5 years, and they don't even have 3,000 subscribers. So I should be really happy and blessed, and I am. And I really am. I don't want this to come across as, oh my gosh. But when you see that as a business person, you see that you're down 61%, you're like, oh my gosh. But I gotta remember, I'm doing this for fun, and I'm making friends, you know, and I post that I'm teaching wilderness classes to women, and women have flown in from all over the states to come to take my class because of my channel. And that to me is a true blessing, and that's really what I want. And if you're gonna be somebody that posts on YouTube, yes, you might make it. You really might. You might make it, and I think it's great if you do. It's just, for me, you just gotta, for me, I just gotta be like, hey, if I get anyone to subscribe, I'm happy, you know? And if somebody isn't interested in watching my stuff, unsubscribe, you know? Because it's like, I don't want to force people to be on or have to watch or have to see constant reminders of stuff that I'm posting all the time. You know what I mean? So I don't really show my subscriber count a lot of times for me, and also I just don't like the judgment as well. So my subscriber count, and I gotta look at it because let's see if it changed. Okay, my subscriber count as of today is 29,163. I think that's good. Like, I'm happy with that. I think it'd be awesome if I had like 200,000 subscribers or 500,000. But you know what? The more subscribers you have, the more hate you get too. You know, I know that comes with it. And I'm happy with my 29,000 subscribers, you know. And if you think about it, I have 29,000 people that subscribe to my channel, and my videos lately have only been getting like 2,000 views or maybe 3,000 views. So, you know, most people that subscribe aren't watching the channel, and that's okay. You know what I mean? Like, watch what you want to watch. You know, if there's a topic that you're interested in watching, that's great. If you don't want to watch another one, that's fine too. I'm going to show you a graph here. I'm going to show you some stuff off of YouTube. And this is my subscriber gain and loss. And you can kind of see in a graph, and I'm pretty sure you know how to read graphs. So if it's under 0, that means I've lost people. If it's above 0, it means I've gained. So in the majority of the year, you can tell I am above 0, which is a good thing. You know, that's really good. I should be very happy. But I can't help myself from looking at the ones that are really down. But what I try to do is look at the ones that are up and the reason why that they're up. So these are things that I would do if I was a YouTuber full-time. I would be going through this about every month and analyzing everything. So I can see back in, let's see, this is Saturday, April 25th, I have gained 45 subscribers. Wow, 45 people subscribed to me. So I looked to see what video that I posted that made people subscribe. Now that's usually how it works. If you post a video, that's when YouTube will put you out there in the internet and see what people come back at. And ironically, it was my one on Earth Day where I did a little bit of videography. I played with my lights. I was in my room and I thought it would be kind of fun. And I was really just having fun and being creative on that video. But it was very different than my other videos that I've ever done. But it showed that, oh, people really like that. Now that video took probably about 3 hours or so to film, but you know, it gives you kind of an idea. I have some other ones too. Some other good ones that came through was how to clean a sleeping bag. I would have never guessed we'd get subscribers on that. I got, from that one, I got 41 subscribers from that video. Another high video that I got was, why was I so down in my last video? That was the title of the video, and it was when COVID was coming through. I had a neighbor's kid pass away. My kids were kind of losing it a little bit. You know what I mean? It was just really hard on everybody. And then you'll see towards the end of the year, I had less and less subscribers. And it just kept getting lower and lower. I did have one where I got 25 subscribers towards the end of the year. That was, let me see, that was December 4th. I got some subscribers, and that was after my live Q&A, which is really great because most of the time when I'm doing a Q&A or a live one, most people unsubscribe on my live video. So in this case, it shows that it was good that I did a live video. So now let's show some videos that people did not like, and this is the videos that they unsubscribed to. Some of them were not a shock, and some of them were kind of a shock for me. So it started probably, let's see, one of the videos was a Viking video. Now anytime I post any of my Viking videos, I do get people unsubscribe. And this was when I was honoring my home, and I did a lot of more videography, and I laid down a bunch of flowers where my house is gonna, or my cabin's gonna be built. I did have people unsubscribe to that, and that was 5 people unsubscribed. Not a huge amount unsubscribed to that, but people probably were like, what is this girl talking about? You know? But sometimes I am kind of quirky, you know, I'm kind of different, you know, and it's all part of my personality, and honestly, it's just fun. I'm just having fun, I'm creating. But I realize anytime I do anything on Viking that I get unsubscribers, or people to unsubscribe. Another one, I lost 7 people when my Rottweiler found a dead rat. That was one that people unsubscribed to. Maybe they grossed out and they're like, I don't want to see this kind of stuff. And they unsubscribed to that. Another one was when I was trying to get cell service, and I was talking about trying to get cell coverage on my property. People didn't like that either. Madison, my daughter, she's 16 years old, and we went backpacking together, and she wanted to do her own video of her backpacking, and people did not like that, which I know that. Anytime I do any videos with my kids in it, I get people unsubscribed. But you know, it's all part of my life. I think that was about 6 people or so, or 9 people unsubscribed after that video. Madison, if you're watching this, it's nothing to do with you. Let's see, I camped in my car. That one did really well, and people watched it for a long time, but they unsubscribed to that. And then, this is the last one. The worst one of the year was a -13, and that was a welcome to season 5. After that video, you got 13 people. 13 people were like, no, I don't want this. I was like, do you remember me saying in my video, I'm like, I should re-record that one, but I just don't have energy. Yeah, probably should have re-recorded that one. But again, those are the kind of things, like if I was doing this as a job, I'd be like, oh my God, shouldn't say this, I shouldn't say that. And I don't want to be that way. Like, you guys, this is who I am. This is me. That's how I want my channel to be. I want you to know me, you know? And some people really like that. So let's talk a little bit about gender and age. That's always kind of fun to see who's watching my channel. You know, I always kind of want to know who's watching my channel. So for females, we are at 32% of my viewers are females, which I think is up, and it just keeps going up, and I love that. So women, keep watching. Don't unsubscribe, just keep watching. And then males are at 67%. Thank you so much for watching. I do realize, again, if you haven't watched my channel, I am more of an outdoor kind of girl. Some of the things that I'm doing, a lot of men do, you know what I mean? So I don't know if that's reason why that men watch more than women. I'm not really sure, but that's kind of what my thought is that I'm out there, I'm doing bushcraft, I'm out in the woods, you know, so that's my thought on that. I don't know. And then we go down to age, 45 to 54 years of age, that's 20%, 55 to 64 is 28.6, and 65 plus years is 24%. You guys, that is seriously about 73% of what who watches my channel, or people that are my age, or, you know, some of them are a little older, you know. I do post longer videos, you know, the younger generation likes 1 minute videos. And they like people like jumping into the camera, like they like people doing this and being like, hey, what's going on? I hate that kind of, I don't know about you, but I can't stand. I watch some of these TikToks that my daughter showed. I'm like, I'm getting seasick just by watching your screen. But I don't like filming like that, and that's just not who I am. I'm more calm, and we just have a conversation. And so I think that's the reason, as well, is the reason why I attract more of the older generation, which I am so happy with. I've had women come to me that are 60 and 70s looking to take my backpacking class. Isn't that awesome? I think it's so awesome. Okay, so let's move on to the next thing. Let's talk about top geographics. This is kind of fun. Some of you guys kind of compete with each other a little bit. It doesn't change that much, actually. So in the United States, we are looking at 66.2%. Canada's number 2 at 6.6%. United Kingdom at 4.9%. Australia at 1.4%. And then Germany at 1.8%. And everything from there is very, very little. So I just to show you the top ones. But it's so exciting to see who's watching. You know, I know that I know there's people from Canada because I talk to people from Canada, you know, like Anne and John, you know. I think you guys are awesome. And then I have some people in the UK and Australia that I talk to as well. So it's like, thank you guys for watching. I know who you are, and you're part of that little group right there. You do know, we're going to talk about revenue on YouTube, how I make money on YouTube, because I do get some money from YouTube. You'll see that I do have ads on YouTube. I can click the box to say no ads, or I can click the box to say ads. And when I get ads, I get like, I think it's like 0.001 cent per viewer. And it's actually, it really measures more on how many minutes that you watch, rather than if you just clicked on that video. But I want to give you an idea of my expenses first, so that way you kind of understand why it is that I do click that box saying yes for monetizing my videos. And that is because there is high expenses to YouTube, and every year I'm not making money. I pretty much break even in some of my expenses, and I'll talk about them a bit. I do have a computer expense. I'm going to need to buy a new computer at some point this year. I just know it. It's going to happen. That's going to be about $2,500 to $3,000 for a new computer. And then I have my software that I use to edit my videos. That is about $60 a month. I love having music on my videos, and that is, I think, about $15 a month to have music on my videos. Let's see what else. All my camera gear, which I think I'm pretty good at right now. Like, I'm thinking this year I don't need to buy any more camera gear. I say that every year, and then I'm like, ooh, this would be cool. I probably need to buy some more batteries, because they do kind of get bad after a while, and I'll probably get some more batteries. Like, I bought a new storage thing that I was talking about, and I think this is about $200 or $189, something like that. I'm just trying to think. It's my thinking spot right there. I'm like, what is it's something like that, you know? So there's other expenses, and every time that I drive into the mountains, it costs me $40 every time I go up to Spirit Forest. Not to say that I wouldn't be going up there anyways, but it is kind of nice to be able to have that So I do expense all that. I use Spirit Forest as a business. I am a legit business, actually. I do pay like insurance and all that kind of stuff. I have an accountant and everything like that. Now that I'm selling some artwork as well, there's more of that involved too. But I just want to let you know that there are some expenses involved in doing YouTube. And I think about every year, I about break even. I think last year I might have made $50. That was take home. Now again, I'll buy gear with the money. So if I get donations, like my Patreons, I get donations from them, and I'll go out and I'll buy gear. I have some people that have given me donations too that I'm using for my cabin, you know, in my cabin Patreon, or people on PayPal. They'll just give me some money on PayPal, and I have that set aside for when I need to buy a sink and a door and all that kind of stuff. It's literally sitting in my account, waiting to spend money for my cabin. But yeah, so it's been I've been feeling really blessed this last year with some wonderful Patreons, some nice donations, and really helping me out this year, so that when I'm gonna buy a computer, if I'm gonna do something, it's not like really stressful and I'm not saving months and months for it. I mean, there's certain things that, you know, it's always stressful for me when I'm buying a big purchase like a computer, but okay, that's enough about my expenses. I just wanted to let you know there are expenses to being on YouTube. It is a free platform. It's free for me to upload videos, but if you really want views, you have to make it a little bit extra special. So per video, I make about $10.12 a video. Now that's more of like what happened this year. So this year was about $10. Sometimes some videos I'll make about $5 a video. It all depends on how long the videos, how long you watch, and how many views I get. It's this whole YouTube thing. But on average, it's about $10 a video. So I do have some older videos. I got some videos that are like really popular on YouTube. They got like, I don't know, 350,000 views or something like that. And it wasn't like, I think my Viking tent videos are better than that, but they're popular. You know, I don't know, people click on it. I don't know why they click on it, but they do. And they're watching the whole thing. And it's one of my winter camping videos, I think from season 1. And every once in a while I get an extra $10 from that video. So again, I have about 300 videos. And so I do get revenue from these other videos that I have. However, most people aren't watching those videos. I mean, I might get like just a couple of views here and there, but it all adds up. It all adds up. Okay, that's a lot of fun to kind of go through all those stats, and I've done it every year, and just to kind of see those videos, and I'll click to those last year's stats and the year before stats. If you want to see those videos, you're more than welcome to. Again, I like doing them. I think they're a lot of fun, and I learn from myself as well. And if you're thinking of doing a YouTube channel, hopefully this video helps you. Now there's some things that I want to do, and I want to talk to you about. This is just going to be a little chat right now. There's some things that I want to do that have been in my head that I've been brainstorming a little bit. I do want to open up a new YouTube channel, and I want to do it for my art. I think I'll end up doing it sometime this summer, would be that channel. And those would be shorter 6-minute videos, mostly art related. The reason why I'm opening a new channel for that is because, well, you guys aren't watching because you want to see art, you know. These are videos that are going to be 6 minutes, voiceovers, and you can watch me paint, kind of a thing. If I will let you guys know what the channel is, but you know, if you're not an artist, you probably won't be interested in that. There's another idea for another channel that I'd like to do where I take you into the wilderness and I just set up my camera, set up my microphone, which I do have a nice microphone that I didn't show you, but Madison's using it to sing on. Anyways, so I'm going to set up a camera, set up a really nice microphone, and just like leave the camera alone and just let you sit in the forest here in Colorado. I have done that on my channel at the beginning of my beginning years of my channel. It did not go well at all. I got a ton of thumbs down. People are like, what is this? You're just taking a picture of a log or video of a log for 20 minutes. No, these are things that like are totally different than my channel. But I do like being on YouTube and I do like to create. And so that's the reason why I'm like, I might do these other channels. Now, this will always be my main channel, my main vlog. Like my art one won't be so much of a vlog, but you know, I'll talk about some things and it'll be more art related and stuff like that. And as I have my cabin, you know, videos will be in my cabin, and I'll be doing art inside the cabin, or I'll take my art into the wilderness and do some art and video there. And so I have some ideas and I'm trying to figure out, you know, what kind of videos that I want them to be. I do want them to be more artistic videos than the videos that you see. I want them to, you know, I want to put some really nice music in there. I want to use my really nice cameras and lenses and stuff like that. So stay tuned for that, and if you're interested in that kind of stuff, you're more than welcome to watch that channel, and I'll let you know. So I have all of these ideas because I'm building a cabin, because you guys don't, I'm like, you don't realize, I always say that, I'm like, you don't realize how hard it is to get up there. I'm literally on just a plot of land, and I'm setting up cameras and food, and I love to cook, but I'm never showing you all my cool food that I could cook, because it's like just trying to get it there. And then I have bears and I got, you know what I mean? Like, and rats, and you know, I really got to be careful what I'm cooking so it doesn't have a lot of scent to it. When I have my cabin there, I won't be as concerned about that, because I can store my food in a cabin where hopefully the bear doesn't get in. So there's a lot of things that I'm really excited about. And with this channel, I know that you guys like the talking videos and the vlogs, and thank you so much. I read all your comments on the last videos, and you did say that you really liked the longer videos where you can hang out with me and camp, and you know, I really like those too. I know that not every video can be like that because I can't camp every weekend, but I will continue to do those kind of videos. You will see a video coming up of my new sleeping pad, and I'll be doing a review on that in case you're looking for a new sleeping pad or want to know what the specs are on a sleeping pad. I don't know. But I'll be doing that. I'm going to be doing a ton of videos on my cabin as well, you know, and I'll be living up there at Spirit Forest while the cabin is mostly being built. Let's hope, let's cross our fingers, you know, that we get a lot of it built this summer. So that way when it's winter time, it's mostly dried in. I mean, that's really what I'm hoping for right now. And so then I'll be able to move inside the house, even though I'm not allowed to. But, anyways, I'm really excited for this year. I'm really excited. You know, like I said, season 5 is going to be a really good year for me. I do see myself losing some subscribers because I am building a cabin, but for those of you that are sticking around, I really want to thank you. I really do. You know, we're going to get out camping some more. We're going to get out in the wilderness. I do want to take the drone up into the mountains and fly it around the mountains. I think that would be a lot of fun. And I think I have some really good ideas all up here and in my phone. Every time I have an idea, I type it in my phone. Oh, we should talk about this, or we should do this, you know. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you continue to watch, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye. It is my 5-year anniversary of being on YouTube. I am very excited to... Why is that flickering? Why is that light flickering? Do you see that flickering like that? Why is that doing? That's going to be distracting, and people are going to be like, why is the light flickering? Ugh. Okay, hold on. The camera that I'm